Hi, it's Whitney. In this video, I'm going to share with you 8 delicious plant-based products that are high in protein. And a lot of these are new, so stick around even if you feel like you've tried it all. If you are somebody that is really curious about vegan sources of protein, this video may be very enlightening to you. As you know, protein is really important for our health. A lot of people associate it with their muscles, especially when they're working out or recovering from working out. It actually is also really helpful for our brain function, for our energy, and a lot of people also associate protein with feeling satiated, full. And I think that's part of where this fear and myth around vegans not getting enough protein. Vegans get plenty of protein. It is in so many vegan foods. So broccoli, all sorts of green vegetables have it, nuts and seeds, like peanuts and chia seeds and flax seeds. Legumes are one of the top sources of protein, lentils and chickpeas and all sorts of different beans out there. There are so many whole food sources of protein. So as long as you are eating a diverse, a wide variety of foods and making sure you have a lot of fresh, unprocessed foods in your diet, you're probably getting enough protein. But I think a lot of people still feel nervous around it. They want a lot of the convenient snacks. They want the things that they can have in between meals. They want to just be able to grab something and know that it's going to fill them up and give them energy and help them with their workouts. So that's what this video is really about. I'm going to share with you the product side, the packaged foods out there. I have a recommendation for protein powders and bars, which are like the two things I think people usually think of when they think of protein products. But I'm also going to talk about protein cookies, protein chips, and all sorts of different ingredients that you can create meals around. The first product I want to share with you is a protein powder, and I feel like this is like what people's go-to is, especially if they're working out or they're just thinking, I need more protein in my diet, I should have a protein powder. I feel like especially men are really into this, and athletes tend to have protein powders around. I've been using protein powders off and on throughout my vegan diet, and I've tried so many different kinds. The one I'm about to show you is brand new, and it's super exciting for me because it's also very eco-friendly. It's supposedly one of the most sustainable forms of protein that you can get. This is from a company called Real Source, and they are the partner on this video. This powder is made from water lentils. I didn't even know this was a thing until I found out about their product. And what I learned is that water lentils are one of the fastest growing forms of proteins and superfoods out there, and they're really sustainable in terms of water usage. When Real Source makes this powder, they're able to recycle 98% of that water back into the next batch of products, which is incredible. It takes 20,000 liters of water to produce just 1 kilogram of meat. And to put that into perspective, out of the people in the world that eat meat, they're eating a minimum of 40 kilograms of meat per year. And people in like the United States, for example, there's an average of about 79 kilograms. So 79 times 20,000 liters of water. It's pretty remarkable, right? So if you want to do something good for the environment, either cutting back on meat or getting rid of it and going vegan can make a massive difference for the earth. And hopefully by the end of this video, you will have all sorts of different options on plant-based proteins. It has 11 grams of protein per scoop plus 2 servings of vegetables, because there's a lot more in here than just protein. This is the Tropical Bliss, so it has all sorts of tropical fruits in it, and it actually has coconut milk in it, which makes it very creamy. If you're curious about the taste, it has a pretty mild taste, and then the tropical flavors really come out. They have a few other flavors that I really want to try. They have a chocolate, a vanilla maple, and a caramel latte. They use some organic coconut sugar, organic brown rice syrup, and some stevia to give it a little bit of sweetness. I like to use the blender bottle, so I'll demonstrate this here. Shake it up. It is really, really satisfying. So you can add more or less water to it to really control the taste. You could also blend this with a milk. You could put this in the smoothie, in the blender. Next, let's talk about protein bars. It's a very popular category. There are so many bars out there, and I've tried a great majority of the vegan bars that are available. So I feel like a little bit of an expert on this. I especially love them in between meals. I have them as snacks. Sometimes I have them for breakfast. I'll have them as a sweet treat every now and then, and they're also fantastic for traveling or just throwing in your bag when you're going to the gym or any sort of workout. And I have a current favorite that I'm so excited to tell you about, BooFit. They have 3 different bars. 2 of their bars are vegan. They have a vegan keto bar, which you'll see me talk about a ton because that is my favorite bar right now. And their second vegan bar is this Fit bar that has 11 to 12 grams of protein depending on which one you get. They have a variety of different flavors. You can order this and they'll give you, I think, 2 of each of the different flavors. I really love the tart cherry pistachio one. This actually really surprised me. It doesn't have a super strong cherry flavor. It's stronger in the chocolate side, and the pistachio and cherry are just kind of like flavor notes within it. BooFit uses organic pea protein, and they also make their own nut butters in-house in small batches, so it adds a nice creaminess to it. All of their bars are low carb, low sugar, and low glycemic, so you can really just focus on getting the benefits of the protein with them. I do have a discount code for you in the description field, so be sure to check that out if you want to try these. The third product is a super simple snack called lupini beans. These are from a company called Brahmi, and by the way, they changed their packaging recently, so it no longer looks like this, which makes me sad because I thought this was so cute. Click the link in the description field to see what it looks like, especially if you're going to the store to buy it. Lupini beans are basically Italy's answer to edamame, so if you like edamame, you should definitely give these a try, and if you're soy-free, then these are a really nice alternative to edamame. This is actually the mini sample size pack. They usually come in a much larger size, and they have 7 grams of protein per packaging. They also have a few different flavors. This one is just their simple sea salt. If you click the link, you'll see all the different options there. Lupini beans are also a pretty sustainable form of protein because they don't require a lot of water to produce. And these have 0 net carbs and 0 sugar, so they definitely fall into a low carb keto diet. They have 50% more protein than chickpeas, and they're just really lovely if you're looking for something more on the savory side. You don't want a lot of ingredients in your protein, and maybe you don't want something sweet. Highly recommend these. The fourth product is a protein-rich drink that I really love. In fact, I currently use this almost every single day, and that is Ripple's pea protein milk. The reason that I love this so much is because it froths so well in coffee. So I put this in my cold brew coffee almost every single day of the week, and I just stir it up. I'll put it in the blender, or I'll use like a frothing wand, and it is like the most wonderful latte. The other nice thing is that because of the protein and just the richness of this milk in general, it's very filling. So if you're doing something like intermittent fasting, or you just don't want a lot of food in the morning, you can have this to tide you over, and I find I can go hours without having my next meal. A lot of people actually will use this as a meal replacement. This has 8 grams of protein per serving. It's soy-free, it's nut-free, it's gluten-free, it's lactose-free. You can get the unsweetened one, which has 0 grams of sugar in it, and it's very low in carbohydrates, also making it great for a keto diet. Ripple also adds in omega-3s to it, so you get a little extra added nutritional value to it. I also want to mention that if you are looking for an organic alternative to Ripple and something maybe a little bit simpler and less processed in their ingredients, check out Suja's pea protein milk. It's a little bit more expensive than Ripple, harder to find, and the taste is slightly different, but they are very comparable in terms of their overall profile, and it froths just as well. I'm a big fan of Ripple because it's easy to find, it's a little less expensive, and it just tastes really good. I've really gotten used to it over time. If you're really into making lattes like I am, you should check out their barista version. For the rest of the products, I don't actually have them on hand, so I'm just gonna put up some graphics on the screen as visuals. The fifth product is something that I think is so innovative, unique, remarkable, really. I talked about it in one other video, Foodie's Pum Fu. This is a tofu alternative made from pumpkin seeds. So basically it's a soy-free tofu. Super exciting to me because I have trouble digesting soy, but I really love the versatility of tofu. I love adding it to all sorts of different dishes, and sometimes I feel like I'm really missing out. This product is so neat because it's made from organic pumpkin seeds. It has 17 grams of protein per serving. In addition to being soy-free, it's also gluten-free and nut-free, and it's made by a really lovely company that makes a variety of wonderful plant-based products. The sixth product is protein chips. This is a product that I've gone through a few obsessive time periods where I just kept buying it like every day. I wanted it, I was craving it. It is from a company called Proats. They have two products. One is a protein popcorn that is not vegan, but their chips are fully vegan. They have up to 15 grams of protein per bag and a variety of different flavors that are really lovely. They are non-GMO, gluten-free, and soy-free. The ingredients are pretty good. They use a little bit of corn, which I think they recently added in their new formulations. I'm not a huge fan of that, but I think it's added to just the crunchiness and the overall taste of it. So it's really worth a try if you're looking for a chip that also has a bunch of protein in it. The seventh product is a protein cookie. This is from a company called Monk Pack. They make these delicious vegan treats that I've often had as an alternative to a bar, and I've also had them when I just wanted a cookie but wanted something a little bit healthier. I love them because in addition to being super high in protein, by the way, they have 18 grams of it, they're also very conscious about their ingredients, so much so that I have to read off the list. So they're gluten-free, soy-free, non-GMO, they don't use any sugar, alcohols, trans fat, they don't have any cholesterol, of course, because they're vegan, no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial colors or preservatives. So if that leaves you wondering, well, what the heck is in this? It is loaded with really high quality ingredients like oatmeal, peanut butter, chia seeds, flax seeds. They use brown rice protein as well as pea protein. And they just taste really good. They have a few different flavors, I think 3 or 4, and I believe I've tried most of them. I remember having the macadamia nut one and really enjoying that, and I think there's a peanut butter chocolate chip one as well. I'm gonna link to them all down below. If you're looking for a cookie and an alternative to a bar, Monk Pack is a great option. And number 8 is actually not just one product or one brand, it is a whole category that I want to remind you of, and that is legume-based pasta. I started getting into this because I've been on a gluten-free diet for a while, so I was looking for nice pastas that had a good texture and that tasted really good, and I was super fascinated by chickpea pasta. I think the first time I had this with Banza. Banza is kind of like one of the name brand legume-based pastas. It was started by these two guys. They're super nice. I've known them for years. There's also a great company called Tolerant Foods. They do a lot with lentils, and Explore Cuisine is another one of my favorites, and they use all different types of legumes. They use edamame and mung beans and lentils and black beans, you name it. They have all different types of pasta. Like they have a really good fettuccine. They have a nice spaghetti. So I recommend trying a bunch of these. They have great amounts of protein, and they're lovely in all sorts of dishes where you would want a pasta. That is what I have for you today. I hope that this opened up your eyes to all the different forms of vegan protein out here. I just want to remind you that you can have so much variety, you can get all this nutrition, you can enjoy the experience along the way, and just to know that there's so much innovation happening with veganism and for healthy living. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's your favorite protein-based product out there? Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Please share it with anyone else you think would benefit. And if you haven't subscribed and turned on notifications yet, please do, so you can always be in the loop when I'm doing more product videos like this or just education around the vegan lifestyle, sustainability, and health. I'm so grateful for you. I hope to hear from you. I'd love to connect with you on social media as well. I've linked to all of my platforms down below. I'm so grateful to have you part of this community and making a difference with your health and the world. So until the next video, I'm wishing you all the very best with your eco-vegan journey.